Hi guys, welcome back to the Blue Butterfly Tarot. Today we are looking into career advice for you, and I've got two piles for you. Pile number one, pile number two. All right, so pile number one is this domino with 8 yellow dots, so 4 on each side, and so that is pile number one for you. Pile number two is this domino with 10 blue dots. I'm trying to focus it, hold on. Yep. 5 on each side, so a total of 10 dots, 10 blue dots, all right? And this is pile number two for you. Take some time to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to. I do want to say this is a general reading. Take what resonates, leave the rest. If one pile's messages don't resonate, then choose the other. If both piles' messages don't resonate, then maybe there aren't any messages for you today, but I do hope that at least one of the piles' messages do resonate with you, all right? Now, please be careful of scammers. I would never reach out to you to ask you for a private reading or to ask you to follow, subscribe. I would never do any of that. So just please be a little bit careful about that. My private readings are open at the moment. If you'd like to check it out, they are in the description box below, as in the details are in the description box below, all right? I'm going to give you a few seconds for you to see which pile or piles you feel intuitively called to, and then I will begin. Hi, pile one. For those of you who chose the yellow dotted domino with 8 dots, 4 on each side, all right, this is going to be your reading, all right? Let me just zoom into the pile. All right, but before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies, all right? So close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile one. So first off, what I'm going to do is I'm going to see where you are currently at with your career, and then we will look into advice, all right? So I'm just going to put this here for a second. I am going to use this deck to figure out where you are at, and if this part resonates, then the advice will resonate for you, all right? Where is pile one currently at with their career? Where is pile one currently at with their career? Okay. Okay, I'll take those. And then I'm also going to get into this deck. So where is pile one currently at with their career? Where is pile one currently at with their career? I'll take that. I'll take that. Where is pile one currently at with their career? Okay, it's quite a lot, but I'll take it, all right? Pile one. So let's see, pile one, let's see what's come through. Okay, a little bit of something going on. We shall get into it, all right? So we've got the lion, the bee, the peacock for where you currently are at. And then we've got the 10 of cups, 3 of swords, the 5 of wands, the devil, the fool, the 6 of wands, the queen of wands, the queen of cups, the ace of wands. All right, a couple of messages coming through. All right, pile one, give me 1 second. So it looks like on a normal front, pile one, you are actually a very, very confident person. All right, you are very sure of your capabilities, and maybe you've actually been sort of an achiever all of your life. That is a message that I'm getting, all right? And you are someone who's very, very hardworking. You are someone who's very, very dedicated to your work. And not just that, you know, there is a sense of attacking problems with grace as well as strength. And that's the character trait that I'm getting from you. But it looks like in a new endeavor that you have started out, could be maybe a promotion at work, or maybe it could be a new venture that you've started out for your business. I'm getting different scenarios, but something that I'm getting that is common for all of you watching into this pile is that you've started something new very, very recently, and it's something that you've always wished for. It's something that you're passionate about, but unfortunately, to get that, you had to let go of a few things in your life. It looks like there was a little bit of a struggle to get to that new venture or that promotion or that new starting point in your life. I'm also seeing that probably there might have been a lot of conflicts that you had to navigate to get to this position or to even start this new venture. I'm getting conflicts with people. So for example, if you started a new venture, maybe there was just a lot of people's perception that you had to navigate. Maybe people were questioning why you were leaving a very, very fulfilling job and starting on your own. Or if it is something about a promotion at work, maybe you did get the promotion, but it left a lot of people feeling bitter. There were a lot of people vying for that position, or they just didn't want you to have that position. So there was a little bit of conflict that I see you have navigated to get to where you are. And so I do see that this has been a bit heavy on your mind. Whatever has gone down, I do see that, because we've got the Three of Swords coming straight out. And so I do see that either there has been a struggle to get to where you are at right now, or actually I'm getting both scenarios. It is still a struggle for you to stay where you are at. All right. One thing that I'm getting is that there is probably a little bit of resentment building in you, a little bit of bitterness that is building towards you. It could be someone who is, higher up than you, or it could also be with someone who is an influential figure in your life, who's kind of, their opinions matter a little bit more to you. And it looks like there has been a little bit of resentment building up, a little bit of bitterness happening in that situation. One thing that I'm also getting could be for a few of you that you could be feeling a little bit of resentment because of the position that you are in. Like, I fought this much to get here, and why am I not feeling the joy that I'm supposed to feel at this position? So one thing that I'm getting from you in particular is there's something that's nagging at you. Something's not sitting right with you at this point in time. All right. And it looks like you are in a position of authority. So if you've started your own venture, then yes, you are definitely in a position of authority. But if you're working at a company, or if you are working for someone else, then yes, you still have your say. That's one thing that I'm getting. And you are in a position of authority, but something about it is nagging at you. You're not feeling the joy that you thought you would experience, especially because of the heartbreak and the amount of pain and the struggle that you've taken to get to this position. There's still something holding you back, and it looks like you're unable to figure it out, and you're trying to wonder what exactly it is. I see a wish in you to feel victorious. Like, even though you've managed to get to where you are at, you're not feeling victorious about your situation. You're not feeling happy. It's just as simple as that. And one thing that I'm getting for the Ten of Cups as the primary the primary energy for the entire thing is that I see that you want to feel content. You want to feel happy about where you are at, but there are just some things that are nagging at you at this moment in time that makes it a little bit difficult for you to not care about it. All right. And so this is the overall energy that I'm seeing, the energy that you are in at this moment in time, what's plaguing you. The main theme for all of you is that whatever struggle you've been through to get to where you are at, there's something nagging at you at this point in time. You're unable to feel that wish fulfillment, that contentment that you envisioned you would feel once you got into this position. And there could be a little bit of resentment and bitterness brewing within you towards an influential figure in your life. But one thing that I'm seeing is that you really want to get into an energy where you take things as they come. You want to be happy. You want to feel victorious about all the hard work that you've put in, but somehow you haven't been able to. All right. So if this part resonates, then the advice is going to resonate. All right. So I'm going to shift this a little bit to the side. Is it still in the view? Yes, it's still in the view. All right. And then we'll put this over here. And then I'll get into advice for you. All right, Pal 1? Advice for Pal 1, please. Whoa. Advice for Pal 1 about their career, please. Okay. I thought the whole bunch would come out. Advice for Pal 1 about their career, please. Advice for Pal 1 about their career, please. Okay, I'll take that. I feel like going some more. Pal 1. Advice for Pal 1. Wow, okay. I feel like going some more, so we're going to go some more. Right? All right. Pile 1, let's see. What's the advice coming through for you? All right. So we have the King of Wands. That's very interesting because we got the Queen of Wands as the problem and the King of Wands as the solution, but we'll get into it. Ace of Swords, 5 of Wands again. All right. The World, Knight of Coins, Ace of Wands, 9 of Wands, 8 of Cups. Okay. The Hermit. All right. The Sun. All right. Messages are already coming through. All right. It's starting to make sense, pile 1. All right. Hold on. All right. The Hermit, King of Wands, 8 of Cups, Knight of Coins. Can you see if I put it here? No, right? Hold on. Let me just put this aside so that I can lift it up a bit. All right. And then, okay. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, this feels about right. Okay, so pile number 1. Okay, a lot of messages coming through, all right? So we'll start with the first one. The first one is take time to breathe out, pile 1. You've worked so hard to get to where you are at, all right? I know that it is in your nature, and that's something that I'm also seeing with the cards as well. I know that it is in your nature to keep going to the next goal, the next thing, you know. But one reason why you are unable to feel contentment about where you are at is because you are not taking the time to enjoy where you are at. That is very, very important for you at this moment in time, pile number 1. We've got the Hermit energy. We've also got the 8 of Cups. We've got the King of Coins. And the way that I'm interpreting this entire row is that you are actually in a very, very stable position, but right now you are unable to enjoy it because, one, either you feel that there's more for you to achieve, you're not realizing that you've actually achieved a lot and you've actually been through a lot to get to where you are at. So one thing that's very, very important for you right now is take the time to sit with your victory. Take the time to enjoy the position that you are at, all right? Yes, your next goal is going to happen. It's going to come about. You are going to achieve it. So confident about that, pile 1. But right now, you're here today, right? You're here today in this position that you really toiled so hard to get. I can even see, nights crying to get to where you are at. Don't you think that you owe it to your past self to enjoy what your past self has worked so hard for? Pile number 1, that is the question that I want to ask you, because right now the reason why you are not feeling happy is because you're looking at the next goal. And it's okay to look at the next goal, pile 1, but it's also important to look down and see where you are at, to have a little bit of gratitude for where you are at, and take the time to enjoy it. Whatever pleasures that come in the position that you are at right now, take the time to enjoy it, whether it's that little bit of money that's coming in, that little bit of freedom, that little bit of independence, whatever it is, that, even that little bit of leading a team, because I do see that you are a leader by nature, and so you must be pretty happy, leading and being someone that people can look up to. I feel that that is your very natural energy, so you feel very drawn to being in that position. Take the time to enjoy every minute of what you are doing at this moment in time. Your next goal will always be there, but you are here today. It is important for you to take some time to rest, all right? If you want to take a vacation just with you, spend some time just by yourself, that is also something that's coming through. You can choose to do that. Just sort of take maybe a celebratory vacation, just to kind of only hype yourself up throughout that vacation about how far you've come. Take time to reflect on your journey. Take time to see everything that you had to let go for you to get to the position that you are at. One thing that I'm seeing is that there needs to be a lot of reflection that happens on your end. And the reason for that is because you've been running up until now, pile number 1. And I think that that is your nature, and that's okay, pile 1. That's absolutely okay. But when you are feeling discontentment in the position that you are in, it means that something's not aligning, something's not working for you, right? And so the way that I'm seeing it is what's not working for you at this moment in time is that you've got to take a little bit of a pause, just a little bit of a pause for you to reflect on your journey, to have gratitude for the journey up until now, and to honor the things that you had to let go to get to the stable point that you are at. All right. And that is when you are going to tap into your 10 of Cups. One thing that I'm hearing again and again is that you owe it to your past self, the one who worked so hard, pile number one, to get you to where you are. You owe it to them to also spend some time and understand where you are at, honor their struggle, their sacrifices, and enjoy the position that you are at. Yes, you do owe it to your future self to continue working and get to where they want you to get to, but there needs to be a balance. And right now I'm seeing that imbalance where you're not honoring your past self, you're not honoring your journey. All right, so that is the first advice that is coming through for you, pile number one. Pile number one, the second advice that's coming in is, okay, so I told you, right? We kind of talked a little bit about it. You're in the Queen of Wands energy, but the energy that you have to get into is the King of Wands. And so right now, there might be a little bit of passiveness in you. Maybe you are, like, I'm seeing that your natural energy is to be a leader, but maybe you are feeling a little bit of an imposter syndrome at this moment in time. Like, do I really deserve this position? Have I really worked hard for this position? Maybe you might be doubting yourself a little bit. Maybe you might be having your own limiting beliefs, stopping you. So one thing that I'm seeing is, if that's happening to you, pile number one, you have to take the time to work through it. How do you work through it? You work through it step by step. All right, pile number one, take the time to understand where these limiting beliefs are coming from. Where is this imposter syndrome coming from? All right, find truths that are, we did get the Ace of Swords as well, and I feel like that's collective energy. Like, for the entire thing, I feel like it's Ace of Swords and the Sun for the collective energy. All right, one thing that I'm getting is, with respect to your imposter syndrome or even your limiting beliefs, all right, try to find evidence that it is not true. Like, for example, all right, I wouldn't say you, I'll just say me, all right? I'll take like myself as an example, all right? So for example, I've started a new venture, and I feel that maybe I don't have the skills to start a new venture. Maybe that's something that's been holding me back, and maybe I've been fearing making decisions because we've got the devil as well. So there might be something that you're hesitant to do, something that you've been stopping yourself from doing, maybe because of limiting beliefs, maybe because of thoughts that are not serving you. So in the example that I gave you, so maybe I feel like I don't have the skills. Then all I have to do is look back at the life that I've led up until now. All right, maybe I started a lemonade stand when I was 5 years old. So yes, I do have the skills, and yes, I do need to hone on those skills, but that doesn't mean that it does not exist. So find evidence that proves the opposite of what you are currently believing about yourself that is not serving you. All right, pile number one. And the minute you do that, you are going to start gaining confidence in yourself and in your abilities. But it's going to happen slowly. It's going to take step by step. All right. One thing that I'm getting, being called to tell you, especially with respect to imposter syndrome, is it's all about perception. All right, pile number one, it's all about perception. So try to understand, are you projecting someone else's limiting beliefs, or is it your own? If it's your own, then how do you work through it step by step? Take its time, all right? It's okay. But the energy that you have to get into is someone who is confident about taking the next steps. At this moment in time, there might be a few things that are holding you back. Maybe you're being in a little bit of a passive energy, but you've got to step into your power. Yes, it's going to take a little bit of time. It's going to take step by step, but I see that you are going to do it, all right? We've got the world for you. So I feel like at this point in time, maybe your limiting beliefs, maybe your imposter syndrome is being triggered about certain areas that you have to heal and you have to work through and you have to gain the confidence. But I see that you are going to come out of it. All right, pile one, that is one thing that is very clear. All right, so go through the steps that I talked to you about. If you want to sit down with like a piece of paper and write down evidence of why your belief about yourself is not true, or why, like, evidence of why it's not true. Yeah, basically I would just want to say that. All right, that would be very, very helpful for you at this point in time. Take it slow, all right? Take it slow. But this is the energy that you have to come into if you want to feel contentment and that joy of being in the position that you are at, all right? Another thing that I'm getting is whatever conflicts were happening, and if that part of the reading resonates with you, pile number one, whatever conflicts were happening between you or even between other people, whatever jealousy, competition, yeah, all of that, it's time to walk away from it, all right? It's time to understand that people will have their own thoughts, their own limiting beliefs, their own projections of their own insecurities. You are a step above that, right? You have to walk away. You have to, just acknowledge that they're probably dealing with their own inner trauma, inner demons, whatever it is. It's got nothing to do with you, all right? And so try to protect yourself from it. How do you protect yourself? Maybe take the time to focus on yourself. If you have to shield your energy from them, you can do that as well. But one thing I'm getting is it's their own internal struggle. It's got nothing to do with you. So if you have been taking it personally, walk away from that, all right? Put down the burden. It's not yours to carry at this moment in time, okay? And one thing that I'm also getting is that there is a brand new beginning with respect to that. Once you come into an energy where you recognize that it's got nothing to do with you, it's got nothing to do with how they feel about you as well. It's just their own struggle, their own story. You let them deal with it. It's not, you don't have to comfort them. You don't have to teach them how to behave. You don't have to do anything. It's not your job. It's not your responsibility, okay? So one thing that I'm getting is there's going to be like a fiery new passionate beginning in your work. You're going to feel that passion towards your work. You're going to feel inspired to work. But that can only happen once you close your energy from the people who have been bringing you down. And it's quite but natural, I mean, in everybody's life, I'm pretty sure there are people who don't want to see us progress, or they have their own internal belief systems about how a person should progress in their career. I mean, there's so many different ways of how people can affect us, but our responsibility to ourselves is understanding how to protect our energy despite whatever energy the other person is in. It's not our job to fix them. It's not our job to correct their thoughts, but it is our job to protect ourselves, all right? So that is one message that is coming through very, very heavily from your reading, pile number one. Another thing is that there is a very, very bright future coming ahead for you. Cycles are closing out. Whatever, discontentment that you're feeling in your situation, whatever unsettling feeling that you're feeling, like something's nagging, yeah, you're going to get clarity about that, all right? Pile number one, you are going to get clarity. Whatever has been holding you back from fully embracing the position that you are in at this moment in time, yeah, it's going to, like, the sword is going to cut through all of that, all right? And I see that there is brightness much ahead of you. Like, it's a very, very long brightness tunnel, I guess I would say. Wow, I don't know how to explain it. Palwan. I'm just seeing like how this boat is? I'm just seeing sun all throughout, all right? So you're already in actually a very, very good position. It's just these little things that of course, might seem a bit big to you, but the way that I see it is once you gain perspective on them, you're going to realize that, you know what, my happiness is my responsibility, and I'm going to take the time to honor my past self and the sacrifices that my past self has made. I am going to take the time to feel victorious in where I am at. And, I feel like this is just between you and me, pile one, but I feel like some people, they look down on people who talk about their accomplishments. And I don't really align with that thought at all. I feel that if you've accomplished it, you have every right to feel proud of it. All right? There is a difference between arrogance, yes, and humility, but humility does not mean that you discount the victories that you have fought so hard to bring for yourself. All right? Pile number one. So if you think that you have to be humble and you have to discount your victories, no, I'm not of that thought process. I actually think that being humble is recognizing the power that is within you, all right, and is recognizing the hard work that you've put in, is recognizing how you have navigated every single situation, every single difficult situation with so much grace. It's recognizing that, and it's through that recognition that you actually are more humble, because you recognize the magnitude of effort, as well as the effort of you as a person, as well as things shifting out for you. for it to work out for you. I don't know if that sentence made sense. Pile number one, but the way that I see it is when you recognize all of these, all right, that is how you become humble, because you know the effort it took to get you to where you are at, and you are never going to take it for granted. And for me, that is where humility comes from. Being humble does not mean you discount the effort that you've put in, the hard work that you've put in, all right? I don't know who needed to hear this, but I really think that there was someone who needed to hear it, all right? So take the time to breathe in your accomplishments. Pile number one, take the time to breathe in your accomplishments, to work through whatever limiting beliefs are stopping you from fully embracing your current position, the role that you have taken on, and learn how to protect your energy. It is not your responsibility to fight this battle. It's their internal struggle, their battle. It's really like, it's their business and it's none of our business. We have to worry about our lives. We have to worry about our career. We have to worry about our well-being, so on and so forth. So learn how to protect your energy. One thing that's coming through is you are going to gain clarity in your situation. You are going to gain clarity about everything that has been happening. And I see only brightness for you. You're in a very good space. Pile one, you're in a very good space. It's just a little bit of tweaking so that you fully enjoy where you are at. All right, Pile one? I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort as well as the clarity that you were looking for. Pile one, this is actually my first career-related reading publicly, like on YouTube. So definitely let me know what you thought of it, all right? And yeah, pile number one, I just wanted to say my private readings are open at the moment. You can check the description box for more details, but if this is where you leave me, then I just wanted to say thank you so much for all of your love and positive energy that you've been sending my way, whether it's with a like, share, subscribe, or even your comments. I read all of them. They mean so much to me. And even if you haven't been able to do any of those, and I understand the reasons why as well, if you've been sending love and positive energy my way, trust me, I have been receiving it, all right? So pile number one, thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today, all right? Please take care of yourself, and I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye. Hi, pile two. For those of you who chose this blue domino, 10 dots, 5 on each side, this is going to be your reading, all right? Now, before we get into the reading, let's just take some time to realign our energies. So close your eyes, breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out. Alrighty, pile two. So before we get into the reading, let's actually take a few seconds to see, okay, it's going to take minutes actually, but we'll take a few minutes to see where you are currently at with your career. And so if this part resonates, then the advice will resonate, all right? Where is pile two currently at with their career? Where is pile two currently at with their career? Where is pile two currently at with their career? I'll take that. I'll take that. Oh, I'll take that as well. Okay. And then, where is pile two at currently with their career? Where is pile two currently at? With their career. Okay, I'll take that. I'll take all of them. All right. Pile two, we've got the horse, we've got the crow, and we've got the fire ant. All right. Okay. Got the tower. What's happening, pile two? The moon, the emperor, 10 of swords. What's happening? 10 of wands, 2 of wands. What's wrong, pile two? Page of wands, 3 of pentacles, the tower. All right. Okay. A little bit of heavy energy coming from you, pile two. Let's look into what's happened, all right? And then we'll slowly get advice for you. So it looks like there's been something that you've been waiting for a very long time, something that you put in a lot of efforts for, and frankly, it has drained your energy. You thought initially when you started out, you thought that you would be expecting abundance. You would be like, you thought that things would hit off and it would go really, really well, but it looks like you've been waiting for a very, very long time for things to shift in your career. There's a sense that's coming through that you're just in pain, pal two. You're just in pain. You're exhausted. There's a sense of hopelessness. There's just a lot of burden that you're carrying. And as passionate as you are about what you're doing, there's also a wonder whether or not things are going to shift between you and your career. There's like, are things going to shift in that? Am I going to have a change in something that's coming through is luck? Is things going to work? Like, are things ever going to work out for me? And I see that this has been going on for a very, very long time. Pile number 2, I see that this has been going on for a very long time, and you've been waiting for a very, very long time. There might have been, like, the way that I'm getting with the Tower is there might have been like far too many lows happening. I would not be surprised if most of you are entrepreneurs, because the way that I'm getting is you started something on your own with the Emperor energy. You were expecting things to shift. I mean, you did know that it was a lot of hard work, and it was in an area that you were very, very passionate about. And even though the path was very, very shaky and unknown, you still took it upon you. But at the same time, it's just been tower moments after tower moments. Like, you've just been getting hits after hits in this entire career path that you've chosen. And as optimistic as you've tried to be, and I do see that, pal too, it's kind of reached a point where you're just tired. You're just tired, pal too. You're waiting for your ships to come in. You're waiting for things to shift. There's a sense of impatience that's coming about you. And I get that, pal too. I don't see that as something that's negative, the impatience, because I think that you waited long enough. I think that you waited long enough. And possibly, you might have seen other people, like, it working out for other people. A lot of messages coming through. Give me a second, pal too. It's heavy. It's heavy. I can feel the weight of what you're going through, pal too. This has been going on for a very long time, hasn't it? But one thing, and pile two, I don't know if you're ready to listen to this, all right? One thing that I'm being called to tell you is there is actually a purpose, because I'm getting it very, very strongly with the crow. There is actually a deeper purpose to why you are going through what you're going through. I feel like crying, so I think it's you, pile two. Oof. Oh my gosh, I can feel your pain, pile two. I can feel your pain. I know this is probably not what you want to hear, but there is a reason to why you are going through so much, all right? And we're going to get into the tarot as to why and how to, I wouldn't say, I think the advice that is going to come through is more about how do you navigate this phase of your life, because what I'm seeing is it's necessary for you to go through it, pal two. Oof, I'm very, very close to tears, pal two. I'm very, very close to tears. And I think it's your energy. You are very, very intuitive, pal two. You are very, very intuitive. You know all about energy alignment. And you really, like, you trust the universe. I'm getting that as well. But there's a part of you that's like, how much more can I trust? And I feel that breaking point in you, pal two. I feel that. Like, you've been hopeful for a very, very long time. You've struggled for a long time. You've put in your hard work for a very, very long time. But one thing that I'm being called to tell you is that everything that you're going through right now, and you know it too, you're probably in the energy where you're like, how much more can I trust? One message that I'm getting through is you have to trust at this point. There is a purpose to why you're going through it, and we're going to get into it, okay? We're going to bring the clarity that you need, pal two, but there is a higher purpose to whatever struggles you're going through in your business. There is a reason for you to go through this low. all right? Because what you desire, the future that you envision for yourself, it is a part of your destiny. It is. It would not be in your heart. It would not be in your soul. It would not be in your mind if it was not something that you were meant to accomplish. It's just that the journey towards that is harder. It's just that. And there are lessons that you have to learn at this point in time to get to the dream that you have for yourself. All right? Pile number 2. Oh, this is very, very heavy energies, pile 2. I feel like giving you a hug. This is, I know. I know how painful it has been. I know the constant struggle to find happiness when everything has just been darkness and lows and hits after hits. I know. All right? And if you needed someone to just sit here with you and listen to you, you know, I'm right here. Because I'm listening to you, right? This is your energy. I'm tapping into your energy. I'm tapping into your thoughts. I'm listening to you. Pile number 2, and I understand. I know what you've been going through, all right? Might have felt very lonely, this journey for you, pile 2. Like other people not understanding it. There might have been people telling you to move on. But there's been this very, very strong belief in you. Get that with the crescent as well. It's just been such a belief in you, and that might have been frustrating for you as well. Like, why am I not able to give up on this as easily as other people want me to? That's also a message that's coming through. But pile number 2, you're meant to go through this to get to your dream. This is the process to your dream. I know it's not something that you want to hear at this point in time, but it is the truth. You are going to get to your dream. If that's something that you've been doubting up until now, you are, all right? Your dream is yours and yours alone. There's a reason why it was put in your soul. There's a reason. There's a reason why you can't seem to let go of it. There's a reason why no matter what other people say, no matter how things are in the current for you, there's a part of you that wants to keep fighting. There's a reason for it, and the reason is because that dream is yours to achieve. But the journey of getting there is just, there's a reason why. It's so that you can handle the success. You can handle, you can sustain the dream long term. Pile number 2, I'm going to get into advice, all right? But I feel your pain, okay? I really, really feel your pain. Advice for pile 2, please. Advice for pile 2, please. Okay. Okay. So like going one more time. They're gonna go one more time. It's way too many. It's way too many. I'll take it. I think a lot wants to come through. Okay, okay. Pile 2, we've got good cards coming out, all right? So take a deep breath with me. Take a deep breath with me because I also need to take a deep breath. It's all right? Close your eyes, all right? Pile 2, breathe in. Breathe out. Breathe out from your mouth, okay? Release it. Do it again with me. Breathe in. Breathe out from your mouth. One more time, pile 2. Breathe in. Breathe out. Okay, we've got good energies coming in, all right? Okay, let's get into it. Pile 2. So we've got the 5 of Wands, we've got the 4 of Wands, we've got Justice, we've got 7 of Swords. Not surprised. We've got 8 of Cups, we've got the Emperor, we've got the Empress. Wow. We've got 6 of Cups, we've got Ace of Swords, we've got 6 of Swords, we've got the Queen of Wands. I'm going to keep this here because I think that's primary energy. Yes, you are in manifesting energy as well. Strength, yes. 7 of Cups. I'm going to put this along with the 8 of Cups because I think it's related to each other. We have Justice, we have the World, We have the Wheel. I told you a lot of major arcana is coming out. Pile number 2, because I'm telling you, you are meant to achieve whatever it is that you've been believing so strongly in, all right? Things are shifting for you, okay? And then we have the 9 of Pentacles. I'm going to put this here. 9 of Swords. Is it in frame? Yeah. Yeah, we've got a lot of cards. Pile 2, but I think you needed it. So we're gonna slowly work through them, all right? Yeah, we have the World. Cycles are completing at this moment in time. Okay. So pile number 2. Give me a few seconds, all right, to get the messages through. I feel like putting this. All right, pile number 2. Okay, so yes, it looks like you've spent a lot of nights crying about this. I have been seeing that even as the advice that it's okay for you to feel what it is that you're feeling at this moment in time. If you're feeling despair, if you're feeling helplessness, it's okay to take whatever you're feeling in, all right? Don't try to suppress what you're feeling. Don't try to mask what you're feeling. Accept that this is where you are at right now with whatever it is. Like if it's your career, whether it's with your business, whatever it is, accept that yes, I am at this point right now, all right? So if you've been like telling everyone, oh no, everything's great, everything's fine, and more importantly, if you've been telling the people who care about you that you've been fine, one thing that I'm getting heavily is let them know that things are not okay. Let them know that you are not okay, all right? It's okay for you to lean onto them for support. One thing that I do get about you is that you have, like you're very, very independent as a person. So you might feel like relying on other people might be a burden on them, but something that's coming through is there are a group of people in your life who are willing to be there for you. They love you, they care about you, they support you, they want to be there for you. Allow them to be there for you. It's safe for you to lean on them for support, and you will know exactly who I'm talking about because I see that you are very, very intuitive as well. All right, pile number 2. One thing is, at this point, take some time to carefully look at your options about how to get out of the situation. All right, it's going to take you a little bit of time. It's going to take you a little bit of, I guess I would say, I'm surprised that the Hermit didn't come out, but I'm also getting Hermit energy as well. You have to take the time to understand what are the exact options that you have. If you don't have options, think about how you can create options for yourself. All right, I see that you do have the power in you to create options for yourself. Pile number 2, there is always a way out. There is always a way out, okay? Maybe at this point things are a little bit clouded. Maybe you feel a little bit defeated. Maybe there's just so much of internal conflict going on. Maybe that's why you haven't been able to see. Now, one thing that I'm getting, one very, very big advice for you, pile number 2, is that if you are at a point where you cannot think of what options to go forward with, like there's no path, all right? It's okay. Pause, okay? Just stand still for a second and change the question. What is the new question that you have to ask yourself? The new question is, what can I walk away from that is not serving me at this point in time? I am getting that the whole reason why you are going through this, my dear, dear pal 2, all right? So much of love for you. The whole reason why you are going through this is because there are a lot of things in your life that are not serving you to wherever it is that you want to get to. The first step to going towards the place that you want to get to, pile number 2, is to walk away from what is not serving you. All right, even if there are no options in front of you at this point in time, but I'm getting that it will start to clear out. Pile number 2, I'm definitely getting, because we did get the 7 of Cups and I told you it's related. But the first step that you need to take at this point in time, pile number 2, is walk away from what is not serving you. There are quite a few things in your life. The more things that are in your life that are not serving you, the lesser energy alignment that's happening, and that's why you're in so much of pain, so much of burden going on. You're unable to access the next step, of the path towards wherever it is that you desire to be. So if there are no paths open for you at this moment in time, pile number 2, it's okay. You can still take steps. What is the step that you have to take? Walk away from everything that is not serving you. So take some time today, pile 2. Sit down with a piece of paper. Sit down, meditate for some time, all right? And then think, what do I have in my life right now that is not serving me? What should I walk away from? Whether it is a relationship that is not serving you, whether it is money, like money management patterns that are not serving you. Maybe it is with your behavior that is not serving you, your thoughts that are not serving you, your beliefs that are not serving you, how you are showing up in your life that is not showing, that's not serving you. There are different aspects, all right? Another question that you can ask yourself to get a more clear answer is, imagine the person that you are going to be when you have achieved everything, okay? Like the dream that you have in your mind. Imagine the kind of person that you will be when you achieve that. Try to incorporate their thoughts, their beliefs, their habits, their behavioral patterns, their just actions, and even the relationships that they have in their life. Try to embody that person today. How do you do that? You do that by walking away from what you cannot take to where you are going to. Pile number 2, this is going to take you a little bit of time, because what I'm seeing is right now there is a lot of chaos in your life, and a lot of it is internal. A lot of it is because you are hanging on to things that are not serving you. Once you walk away from what is not serving you, everything that is not serving you, everything that you cannot take with you to the place that you want to get to, things are going to shift so dramatically in your life. You are going to have multiple options to walk towards, not just one, to get to where you want to be. I'm seeing that happening. But first, pile number 2, the biggest advice for you right now, it's okay to take the time to rest, accept what you're feeling, but also take the time to understand what is not serving you and walk away from it. It is going to take you a lot of strength. Pile number 2, there have been certain aspects of your life that you're used to, or certain aspects of your life that you didn't think you could live without, certain aspects of your life that you don't want to let go, because they're familiar. But I'm seeing that there are things in your life that are not serving you. Think about the person that you will be when you have achieved your dream life. Pile number 2. What would that person be thinking? What would that version of you, I guess I would say, what would that version of you be thinking? What would that version of you be feeling? What would that version of you be showing up in their life? Like the habits, the words that they say to other people, like the demeanor, or the words that they speak to themselves as well, like a way of showing self-compassion. What are the kinds of relationships that that person is going to have in their life? All of that. Take a deep look at your life, all right? Take some time to go within. Pile number 2, I know that right now it might be helpful for you to take a step back. Take a step back from whatever it is that you're going through. Take some time to look within. Take some time to rest. Take some time to understand. Because the next step for you is actually walking away from what is not serving you. And then your next steps towards your dream is going to open up. It's just going to be, and you are going to gain clarity about that. Like I said, I'm telling you, this is orchestrated by the universe. This entire low, it could have been going on for years. Pile number 2, that is one thing that I'm getting. Maybe that's why you're so tired of it. I'm not getting this to be like just 1 or 2 months of low. No, I'm getting this to be heavy energy. It's been for a very long period of your life. And the reason is you've been hanging on to things that are not serving you. And it's time to let go. It's time to transform into the person who can handle the success that is destined for you. Because I'm seeing everything for you. You are manifesting it. There's going to be stability in your career. You are you have that power within you. It is in your destiny. You are divinely guided. This is orchestrated by the universe. Things are shifting between the two of you. You are going to get the balance that you're looking for in your life. You're going to get your wish fulfillment. You are going to be happy. You are going to be content. There are cycles that are ending in your life, but for that, Pile number 2, for all of that, you are going to get stability as well. You've got 9 of Pentacles, and not just that, not just stability, but you're going to be happy about what you're doing as well. But for that, pile number 2, there are a lot of things in your life right now that are not serving you. Take some time to understand what they are. Take some time to walk away from it. That is how everything else, it's like a puzzle. Pile number 2, like the minute you slot that in, like what's not serving you, and you kind of, how do I say it? I guess I wouldn't say puzzle, but I guess I would say, I don't know what game it is, but you slot something and suddenly like the whole picture makes sense. Yeah, that's a puzzle, right? That's a puzzle, right? Puzzle? Yeah. So yeah, the minute you walk away from what is not serving you and you become the version of yourself that has only things that are in alignment with you, and you slot that puzzle in, the entire picture is going to make sense. And I'm telling you, pile number 2, it is going to make sense. Like the reason why you went through so much of turmoil is going to make sense to you one day, all right? It is not going to make sense to you today, right? I'm not getting that clarity today, but you are going to get the clarity once you walk away. You are going to get so much happiness, stability, success. You're manifesting it for yourself. It's incredible. And we've got the Queen of Wands as well. You're going to be so happy doing it. You're just going to be in your own world, doing your own thing. Gender doesn't matter. It's the energy. You're going to be like wise and strategic in a place of power. You're also going to, have a lot of fulfillment in your personal life as well. Everything is going to shift, but for it to shift, my dear, dear pal to you, the primary energy is you have to walk away. And one energy that I'm getting is you might not see the sun ahead. You might not know which path to take. Things might be very, very dark at this moment in time. But you have to trust the universe just a little bit more, pile 2. Walk away from what is not serving you, even though you can't see a path ahead. Because just walking away from what is not serving you itself is a big step towards your dreams. All right? So sit down today, pile number 2. Think about all the questions that I asked you. Take your time to write it down. It's okay to take some time to breathe out from what you're going through. It's quite heavy energies. So take some time to just take a step back, basically, from what you're going through and view the entire situation, view yourself as the third person, because I'm getting that it will make sense. It just is not going to make sense today, pile 2, but it will make sense. And one day you are going to look back and you're going to realize that whatever you couldn't come with you was actually needed to be let go at this particular time. You're going to realize that. And one more message that I'm getting, pile number 2, hold on. Yeah, sorry, had to switch off the camera. But one message that I'm getting is, because we got the 9 of Swords as advice for you, that's one more message that's coming through is, it might be painful for you at this point in time to let go of what is not serving you. It might be very, very painful to let go of thoughts, beliefs, even relationships, even people who are not serving you at this point in time, who you cannot take along with you as you get to the next phase of your life. Pile number 2, take the time to grieve, all right? Take the time to grieve. It is a loss. It might not be loss in like a physical sense, but yes, it is a loss of the person that you are today, all that you have today. There is a transformation that's happening, right? So take the time to acknowledge the pain that you are feeling when you are letting go of what is not serving you. But pile number 2, I do see that you have the strength in you, all right? There is strength in you. And I know that you are going to make it out of this. I'm very, very confident. But given the spread, I am so confident. And I know things are shifting for you, but there's a little bit of alignment. It's a little bit more. I wouldn't say a little bit. There's actually quite a lot that you have to let go at this point. But I see as you start letting go one by one, pile number 2, you're going to realize that you're actually moving towards calmer waters. You are going to recognize, you're going to feel that sense of peace, and you're going to feel that that renewed sense of energy within you. All right? Because it's guaranteed. Pile number 2, it's guaranteed. Whatever it is that you are dreaming about, whatever it is that you are wishing for, it is guaranteed. It is yours. But for that, you have to come into an alignment. There's a plane going over. You can take that as a confirmation as well, or just powerful energies as well. I see an eyelash. I see an eyelash on the world. So I do see that your wish is going to come true, pile 2. It is going to come true. There's a reason, and you are divinely guided. Like, one thing that you have to trust at this point, pile number 2, is that you are divinely guided. Got the crow, and I see this to be a spiritual, and the crows are a very spiritual being in certain cultures as well. And then we have the horse with the crescent moon as well. So you are very, very divinely protected, pile number 2, even if it does not feel like it. I would not be surprised if the higher purpose to you going through all this is to fulfill your inner purpose of helping other people, or being a guiding light to other people. I also think that whatever you've been through is going to bring the quote that is coming in my mind at this moment in time. I've seen it a lot actually on Instagram. It's coming to me at this point in time, is that one day all that you've been through is going to be someone else's survival guide. And I think that is your purpose, pile number 2. I really think that is your purpose. And so every time you're feeling like, why am I going through this? This is too much for me to take. First, know that you are divinely protected. Number 2, understand that there's a higher purpose to what you're going through. All right? You are becoming the person that you were always meant to be. You are becoming the kind of person who is capable of handling the success and the dream that you have envisioned for yourself. And for that, there has to be letting go of what's not serving you at this point in time. There has to be letting go of your old self so that you step into your new self. It's okay to feel sad about it. It's okay to grieve it. Take your time. But I do see that the minute you start to walk away, you are going to feel lighter within yourself, and things are going to shift externally as well. It's the energy shift. You shift in your energy, things around you shift as well. Right? It's about the energy that you are in. Pile number 2. You're unlocking a very, very beautiful phase of your life, a phase that you are going to feel most aligned to. And I would not be surprised if it is going to be a phase where you feel most aligned with your higher self as well. Whatever your intuition has been telling you about your dream, it is absolutely true, all right? You are going to have it all. You are going to have it all, pile 2. It's in your destiny. And because it is in your destiny, this is the path to it. And the path, especially when it comes to things that you are destined for, especially to do with unlocking one's inner purpose, the road to it is not simple. It's actually very, very hard. And not a lot of people are bestowed that blessing. It is a blessing, pile 2. Even if it doesn't feel like it at this moment in time, it is a blessing. Right? To have been chosen as someone to have a deeper purpose to help other people, to be a guiding light for other people. It's a blessing. Not everybody's chosen. Not everybody. It's chosen because your soul has the strength to go through the struggles to get to that end point. Otherwise, you would not have been chosen. It's just as simple as that. And so trust that the universe is protecting you. Trust that the universe has a plan for you, because it really does. Trust that your intuition has been right about whatever it is that you've been envisioning for yourself. You're going to get there. You are going to get there, pile 2. It's going to take time, yes. It's going to take letting go. It's going to be a little bit painful. Yes, I'm not going to sugarcoat it, and I will give it to you straight. Yes, but at the same time, pile 2, you're going to unlock a life that is going to be beyond your wildest dreams. And not just that, you are going to be tapping into your inner purpose. And that by itself is the most peaceful alignment that you can ever have, that anyone can ever have. Pile number 2. All right? Pile number 2, take some time to reflect on everything that we talked about, all right? Take some time, meditate. Take some time to journal as well. Might be helpful, right? You might not get all the answers in one day. I don't think that's going to happen. Pile number 2, but reflect over time, all right? The biggest thing is that you are manifesting a very, very powerful life for yourself. But because the path that you have chosen, pile number 2, because the path that you have chosen is different. Like the end point that you've chosen is different, right? So naturally, the path to get there is also going to be different, it's also going to be very, very challenging, so that you become the kind of person who can align with the dream that you have. Pile number 2, like we have 2 spirit, like the way that I see it, that's universe guiding. This 2, intuition, very, very strong spiritual gifts you could have as well. Pile number 2. Because of the crow, I'm also getting that this inner purpose could be even breaking generational trauma, or it could also be carrying on generational like gifts, like passing on generational gifts through you to others. Pile number 2. Powerful, powerful energies. You're going to get through it, pile 2. You are going to get through it, all right? It's in your destiny. But there's a little bit, just a period where you have to go through to unlock something that is beyond your wildest dreams. And you've got the strength in you. You've got protection as well. You've got guidance. Tap into it. Lean onto your loved ones for support as well. Pile number 2, all right? Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you today. I really hope that this reading brought you the comfort as well as the clarity that you're looking for, and also, yes, for you in particular, the confirmation that you were looking for, pile number 2, all right? Please take care of yourself. My private readings are open if you'd like to check it out. Details are in the description box, but if this is where you leave me, then I just wanted to say I'm really, really grateful for all the love and positive energy that you've been sending my way, whether it's with a like, share, subscribe, or your comments. I read all of them, and they mean so much to me. And even if you haven't been able to do any of those, but you have, sent me your love and positive energy, trust me, I have been receiving them, all right? And I'm very, very grateful for it. So pile number 2, this is where I leave you. Please take care of yourself. I'll catch you in my next one. Bye-bye.